Howdy y'all, I am Ice Gold, a content creator for the game you're probably interested in playing or even replaying. If you've got any questions I don't answer in this video, or even if you don't want to watch the whole video, which would be totally respectable, definitely leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to answer when I see it. So the first question some of y'all may have any new worlds come out? And the answer is yes. A lot actually has dropped in the last 10 years, and the second story arc ended with Chrysalis, and we just wrapped up the fourth story arc with Wallaroo, and just this last week they added the Nightmare Dungeon to the game as the closer to the story arc. There's also a lot in between, and I am sure you'll really enjoy these last two arcs, as the gameplay is very different compared to what you might be used to if you've, just remembered this game existed. The developers are also going to keep adding worlds. There won't be one this year, but there's a lot of other content planned while we wait for them to start up the fifth story arc in the fall of 2025. For the second question, is the game dead? And no, the game is very alive. There's a dedicated community of people who's like buying the same mount and then just spinning around the loyalty genie for some reason. But yes, there's a dedicated community, and although it is smaller than it was, there's still a lot of people playing. On top of that, if you're worried about the servers shutting down soon, don't be. I'm confident you could even play this with your kids a decade down the line. They actually put out a video last year on Twitter of people doing just that. It really touched the hearts of many in this community, and I will link that tweet down in the description for you to watch. It's a neat little 1-minute video, like a cartoon style, but it really shows that this game is timeless and is absolutely worth playing in 2024. The game may be celebrating its Sweet 16 this year, but the game will, in my opinion, definitely make it to 30, as some of the people still playing, well, if you didn't quit 10 years ago, then I'm sure you're familiar with all the crown shop gambling nonsense, like Luca's mount here. This has taken people like 180,000 crowns to get before, but don't worry about it. So, if there was any doubt as to how the developers are sustaining themselves. For the third question, is the game still pay to win or pay to play? And unfortunately, the devs have not exactly been progressive in their view of where to put the paywall, so it's still that same 2 streets before you gotta pull out your wallet that I'm sure you're familiar with at this point. The price of membership has stayed the same though, and with a lot more content out, it's more worth it to buy a membership than it ever has been. They do occasionally run their half-off promotions, so a $5 membership for your first month is honestly pretty solid in my opinion. They've also just brought back this Earn Crowns button, where you can watch short ads for 10 crowns each, so that's one thing you can do to get crowns on top of the trivia on the Wizard101 website. I've already watched like 5 or 6 today, so I don't have any, but it's there. Trust me, trust me, bro. I had them earlier. And additionally, if you are looking at all this and you're thinking, oh, the game really looks different and looks nicer, in Wizard City at least. They haven't really finished the graphic update for the other Arc 1 worlds, but they have been working on the first-time user experience, which means, a graphics overhaul of every location in the game that they deem needs to be looked at. On Triton Avenue, which is where I'm at right now, they have got lightning in the background going off, like, ooh, that one that was a big one right there. And they've also got a new little storyline in Wizard City. Personally, I prefer the old one, but the new one is pretty neat and you might enjoy it. So the first time user experience has been worked on. They have taken a bit of a break while they worked on Arc 4, but hey, who knows, maybe we'll see some more of that happen pretty soon here in 2024, since this is their off year. They just finished up an Arc, so they'll take their customary year off to do some side type thing, like side content and all that. Like even some of the spells have gotten like mass overhauls. Like if I were to throw on this deck that I totally don't have set for a challenge mode boss in the final world, don't even worry about it. You'll see spells like Snow Serpent and Frost Beetle have both received some overhauls, and there's also a new spellment system, so keep your eye out for that. You can upgrade your spells with that, and yeah, you see this Thunder Snake. It looks so much better compared to 10 years ago when it was first released. And here's the Snow Serpent. I mean, look at that. Look at how crisp and clean it looks. Go crazy. Go crazy, team. And then, of course, I gotta show y'all the classic Frost Beetle, my main school of ice, my beloved. I've gotta show off some ice spells for y'all today. So, yeah, there's been a lot of major, updates, graphics overhauls, and whatnot. So, I would recommend getting back into this game if you were looking for a fun experience, fun, nostalgic experience, even. And there's a lot of things to do in Wiz, especially compared to way back in the day. As for the game being pay to win, honestly, not really. After Lemuria came out in 2021, the end-of-world gear sets were standardized and made to be the best. These are sets that you can farm for like you'd farm for, Waterworks back in the day down here in Crab Alley. And right now, nothing really beats the combination of using every single Dreamweaver piece, for example, with the brand new world of Wallaroo, and rocking the Nullity Robe from the Dragonspire raid that got added in 2022. And there's officially no more gear that you have to pay for in order to get to be the best, making it more of a play-to-win game as opposed to a pay-to-win game. And, even in the earlier arcs, you can make do with your standard Olympus and Waterworks sets with a Sky Iron Hasta for your wand. That's a pretty solid pick that I would highly, highly, highly recommend. And, I'll probably make a gear guide pretty soon too, so if you just started a new character, maybe subscribe and stick around, and I'll show you the best stuff to get on your wizardly journey. Now, some of my old players watching this will think, should you try PvP? That's the fourth question that you may be thinking of, and don't try it at the moment. It's a totally different game than what you're used to. Like, think of chess and rock, paper, scissors at the same time with like hieroglyphics thrown in, and you can only win if you're one of 3 out of the 7 schools at the moment. It's very different compared to what it used to be, and yeah, there's a lot of changes that have been made. Enter the arena at your own risk, right? And for the 5th question, why do you still play? And personally, I still enjoy it. I love making content, I love playing the game. It's a natural combination. The community is also pretty great. I can't say that for a lot of the games that I've played, but I've made some really great friends in this community, be it through the recently added guilds or other means like the official Discord that they opened last year. So go ahead and join that if you feel inclined. I've met some really amazing folks by participating in the recently added raids with them, and the main guilds I'm affiliated with really bring that sense of community and make me feel like I belong here. I would not have this badass Crusher of the Comet-born badge if I hadn't joined the Plucky Chickens guild. And I've met some really, really great friends in that guild. A lot of amazing people. There's a lot to get involved with these days. For the 6th and final question, are you going to make the video any longer? And the answer is nah. I'll leave it here. Don't want to keep it too long, and exploration of new stuff is part of the fun. And be sure to keep an eye out for the aforementioned spellments, which allow you to upgrade your spells. You can either make them do more damage on the top path, or give them some utility on the bottom path if you can understand hieroglyphics. Another thing to look out for is the team-up kiosk out in Old Town, which I should probably show y'all. And this team-up kiosk allows you to get help with the boss you might be struggling with. It also helps with farming and whatnot, and there's like challenge mode now and stuff like that. So, and there's also the pet pavilion. And if I go to my social tab and teleport to my good buddy PK's teleport pad that he set up there, I can show y'all the hatchmaking kiosk that's out here. You can go up to here now, and back in the day you would have to find somebody to hatch with, and they might or might not have a really great pet, but now you can simply go to the hatchmaking kiosk, click on browse pets, search for pet talents, put in ice dealer, and because ice is the best school, and just like that, pet training in this game is pretty important, as it allows you to make some crazy powerful pets. As you can see with mine gives 33 total damage. That helps you as you quest, and there's also plenty more that you can do, but I've mentioned that a lot of times now. So thank you all for watching. I've been Ice Gold. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave like 50 comments for the algorithm, and I will see y'all later.